This is Mark Cooper then, pre-Crawley at home. Mark, how much is the message of just keep it going, the one that you're giving to the players at the moment?
I think it is key that we keep performances good, high performance levels, and we keep trying to get points. However we get them, we've got to keep trying to amass enough points to make sure come the end of the season we're still in the Football League, and that's the aim.
4 games winning at home in a row, 3 games unbeaten as well. How pleasing is that there's now an away point in there as well?
Yeah, it's just, like I said, we have to keep picking points up, whether it's home or away. We've just got to try and assemble as many as we can, but we look as though we're a bit better equipped now to be able to get points home or away.
How pleased have you been actually with the way that the remoulded side has actually gelled and started delivering pretty quickly?
Yeah, it's more of a remoulded squad, I would say. You know, that the players that have come in have contributed and raised the bar, and I think they've given sort of the creative players sort of a base to play from, and they've given us that sort of solidity that we possibly didn't have earlier in the season.
Tough test this weekend against Crawley, but I imagine as the tough tests come up, you've got the confidence now to sort of go into these games and think, actually, you know, we can get a result here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're confident, especially at home, and Crawley, very, very good team. They had a remarkable run. It was a really good performance from us down there in the first half. We were totally dominant. Should have had the game put to bed. But I've watched Crawley's last few games, and they've been probably the best football team in the league, I would say. The way they play and their pace and fluidity, the way they try and play out from the back, they've been outstanding. And like I said, it'll be a real tough game tomorrow, but we're looking forward to it. 2 good football teams. It should be a cracking game.
And a word on Harry Kewell as well, because there's not that many players or people who've been a player at his level that he was who come down to League Two and, you know, sort of learn their trade from the bottom up.
Fair play to him. You know, you hear some ex-internationals, big players, moaning that they can't get a job and they don't want to go too low. I think Harry showed that he's prepared to do that. He's got a Champions League medal, played for Liverpool, played for a massive club in Leeds United, and he's an international. So fair play to him, you know, and that's how it should be, in my opinion. Just because you've had a stellar playing career, I don't think means you have to start at the top. And I think Harry, you know, in years to come will benefit from starting where he started. He's certainly doing a good job for Crawley.
Reminded me of a rumour I heard years and years ago that when you were playing for Forest Green, actually Nigel Spink relied a lot on your knowledge of the level. So I mean, it just shows actually the gap, if you like.
Yeah, I'm not sure Nigel relied too much on me, no. But yeah, listen, I think it's great that that players of Harry's standing in the game come, and it's great for me. You know, I get a chance to speak to him and pick his brains about different things. So look forward to seeing him tomorrow.
Manny Mont's gone on loan to Tranmere. What was the thinking there?
Well, he's not playing. He hadn't played, and he'd been sent off a couple of times, and this moment wasn't part of the plan. So it was important for him that he went and got some games.
Simple as that. Lee Collins, how's he? Because obviously he was the one who still wasn't in the squad last Saturday.
Lee's had a virus. He's trained the last couple of days, and he'll be available for the game.
Everyone else okay?
Yeah, everybody's fit.
And how's this week been in training? Because obviously the weather's dropped, it's cold, but I imagine actually going into a game tomorrow, you can use that as a sort of thing to make this an absolute fortress and a place people don't want to come.
Yeah, we've had a clear week. You know, it's like you say, it's gone really cold, Siberian feel to it, but we've managed to get some work done this week for a change on the pitch, and like I say, we're really looking forward to the game. Hopefully it's two really good footballing teams going at it.
The EFL announced some new rules and regs yesterday. What are your opinions on it? Obviously, the main one, the transfer window in the summer, closes that bit earlier.
Yeah, I think you can get your house in order before the season starts. You're not worried about anybody pinching your players just before the window shuts, or as it was at the end of the month. You know that you've got to be set before the season starts. So, but you can still sign loan players up until, to the end of the month. So it doesn't really affect us. We're pretty cool with it.
And actually, does it give a little bit more power back to the clubs rather than the players?
Possibly. Like I say, we're part of the EFL. We abide by the decisions that are made, and we're perfectly happy with it.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mark, I just wanted to look back to last Saturday at the final whistle. Do you see that as a point gained?
Yeah, I did. I was quite positive. We could have easily lost the game in the end, but we should have won the game in the first half. Sometimes it's very difficult pitch to manipulate really good chances on, but we should have seen the game out. A defensive mistake, and it cost us 2 points. But we'll take the point. It moved us a point further away from the bottom.
Yeah. 13 games to go now, incredible really. Have you set yourself a sort of win target in those 13?
Not really. I just try and concentrate on short term, which is this week, and trying to get whatever we can from the Crawley game. I went to Crewe the other night, and I couldn't see that result happening while I was at the game. And I came out of the stadium with probably 15 minutes to go, and it was 0-0. And I put the radio on, and Barnet were winning 1-0. And then I heard Crewe had scored, and it was looking like it was going to be a horrendous night in terms of the results. And got 20 minutes down the road, and it all turned around, and it ended up us without playing moving up a place. So things can turn around really quickly.
Do you see this as a really sort of topsy-turvy league, really, that anyone can beat anyone?
Yeah, definitely. I think that you take Luton out of it. I think that the rest are all much of a muchness, and anyone can beat anyone.
And so in that case, you have no sort of fear when you come up against a team?
No, especially at home. We've got some good games to play at home, and we're looking forward to those because we've put a marker down there, and we're looking forward to the game.
Yeah, there's been a few reports this week that 7 of your squad are training with the academy. Can you confirm that? Or?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's no secret. People will want to try and leak that out, but I had to make choices in January about the squad that I wanted and how it looked going forward to try and make us better, and not for personal reasons, but some players had to move out, and since we've done that, results have picked up. So that's all there is to it.
Yeah, and will there be doors open for them to come back into that sort of first team group at all?
I think there's things ongoing where there's chances for some of them to go and play games at National League or National League South level. Whether they want to go and play is up to them.
Yeah, and interesting, players seem to become more popular with fans when they're out of the team. For instance, Drissa. What's the situation with Drissa?
Drissa wants to go back to France, I believe. So look, we've had to change the way we play a little bit in terms of we've had to be a little bit more robust, a little bit more athletic, certainly in the middle of the pitch, and that's possibly not suited the way Drissa plays.
Yeah, and saying that the team, there's still a possession-based type of play, but it's changed a little, hasn't it?
It is, in terms of the fact that when the ball turns over, we can recover as well. So listen, Drissa and those boys have all played a part, and we're thankful for that. But football moves on, and we have to look at where we are now and where we're going in the future.
Yeah. Just got to ask you one more. Charlie featured in the team away on Saturday. Is he likely to be part of your squad this weekend?
Possibly.
Okay. All right. Cheers.
Thank you.
Any questions, lads? How does the changes to the transfer window affect your transfer strategy?
It won't really. We try and get as much done as we can pretty early, so that we can go into our pre-season schedule, pre-season training with everybody there, and we can work, without too many late additions. And it's usually late on. It's usually loan signings that you make anyway. So I don't think it'll really affect us too much.
Do you think there'll be a difference in the amount of Premier League players that get loaned down to lower league level teams?
I think it'll possibly less, because the Premier League teams don't like to loan players out until the last possible minute, and I think it'll affect that. I think there'll be less Premier League players going out on loan to smaller clubs now with that rule.
just one more from me. Crawley have pretty much turned the season around.
Yeah.
They were struggling in the first part of it,
Yeah.
and now they're pushing for the playoffs in the
Yeah.
second. How important is it that you seize the initiative right from the off on Saturday?
Very good question. That's what we've worked a lot on, trying to have a fast start, and trying to get on the front foot, get a foothold in the game. You know, like I said, I've watched a couple of Crawley's recent games and been really impressed with them. Play really good football, got a lot of pace in the team, take a lot of chances with the ball, and I really like it. So it's going to be a tough game, but that's what we want. We want a really good game, two football teams. And
Have you picked out anyone in particular to watch out for? I know Jimmy Smith, their captain's been in quite good.
yeah,
form
Jimmy
recently.
scored a lot of goals. They've got some good players. Centre backs are very aggressive. Yorworth and Connolly very aggressive. The right winger Boujouin, I think you pronounce it, he's a very quick player. The left-sided forward who's right-footed on loan from Charlton, Ahern Grant, looks a good player. I think they've lost Verheit, their centre forward, to injury. So Junior Roberts will play there, but they've got some good, young, quick, talented players there for certain.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers, Mark.
All right.